Hello everyone, hope you found it doing great. Welcome to Elyas Tech channel. If you're new here, welcome, and I'm so happy to see you all once again. Today we're gonna discuss one of the very important topic. I can say it is essential for cybersecurity engineer, for network architect, for system architect, for I can say IT project manager and cybersecurity engineer, director, or architect, or CICSP, and so on. So, because with the help of this feature, we can track, we can monitor, and we can mitigate a lot of attack, especially dictionary attack or brute force attack in our domain environment. These are very important. With the help of the steps that I'm going to share with all of you, we're gonna achieve a main goal. So probably most of you are witness of many companies that their domain controller or their DNS servers are compromised, or probably kind of DNS poisoning or DNS spoofing. It's all happen if we don't have a control over our domain controller. All right. Without further ado, let's move on to this topic with more details. Okay, I just log into my domain controller. I just log into my controller. I'm using Windows Server 2022, the most recent Windows Server. So I'm coming to Server Manager. Once I get to Server Manager, so you have to make sure that you log into um, through your admin user. I mean, the specific user, which is a member of domain admin, that is a kind of user that has a full control of the domain controller. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is there's the two types of I can say portion for security. We have a local security policy and we have a group policy management. So local security policy, we are not using mesh this one because once we install our Active Directory, we don't want to touch these things, and we are trying to set up anything globally in our domain environment. All right, in order to accomplish this goal, what we're gonna do, we have to come to group policy management. Once we get in here, I have a variety of organization unit, such as HR, read-only, and some others as well. But so far, as you notice here, I have default domain policy. So what I'm going to do, if you guys set up on your default domain group policy, what's going to happen is whatever you set up in here, definitely implement in your uh, uh, entire objects, or we can say organization unit, and so on. For example, if I implement on this one, it definitely impact to the entire organization unit as well. All right, so let's right click on default domain uh, default domain policy, go to edit. Once I get here, of course, it is a, you can say, computer portion. What we're going to do is we have to come to policies. Once we come to policies, what we're going to do is that there is a Windows policies. So once we hit the Windows policy, what we're going to do is, as you notice in here, we have a security setting. We have to expand the security setting. There is a combination of three things which are very important: even local policy, and we can say account policy. We have to click on account policy. Once we click on account policy, there is a two portion: password policy, account log policy, and kbrowse policy. Right now we are working on account policy. So as you notice here, these three options is not defined as so far. It is not defined, or we can say undefined. Let's define it. Guys, if we enable here, if we make this one 0, what's gonna happen is that account is logged out until administrator unlock the account. Remember that. So the reason which we keep this one as 0 is all because we should unlock that account. So this is called account logout duration. So the duration for how many uh, time it take to to log the account, I would say 0. You don't have to wait, so make it 0. So what I'm going to do in here is for um, account logout threshold, I can say 3 time. If anyone must type its password for 3 time, account for 3 times, the account should be log. Okay, so this is how we can track and make it more specific for that specific I don't know, some of the uh, like companies, they are very straightforward and they want even tighter than this one, like two time messed up, bye bye. I mean, you have to call the your system administrator or computer your IT department in order to unlock your account. So in here it says that reset account logout counter after 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes, unlash it if the guy cannot remember the password. Most of the time we are encountering, but we mostly reset the password. So we set in different password, then it should good to go so far. So the procedure, this one is logout duration. Double click. If you guys have any question, you can go to explanation as well. There's with more details, you can go with more details, but long story short is all about the security setting. Determine the number of the minute a logout account, we can say, remains logged out before automatically become unlocked. We can say you don't have to do anything. Don't remind, and we can say log out until before it gets zero. You don't have to do any action. Wait for administrator to take an action. So 3 times, if you messed up 3 times, then uh, you're gone. So we have implemented here. The first thing that we're gonna do is I've seen some of the technical folks, they have run the endpoint user support, the endpoint computer GP update, but I'm going to do in my domain controller as well. GP update slash force is also good. You can force or you cannot force, it doesn't matter, but it definitely implement in our system. One thing, guys, you should keep in your mind in order to troubleshoot this one. It take about 45 minutes in order to take a place and send this hello message to the entire your domain controller. If it is on the cloud, if you guys are using like Azure Active Directory and so on, so this is gonna take a time. You have to, for example, we are not implementing this kind of thing during of working hours, and we mostly practice during of night. We running and during of night and in the morning when the employee is coming and they will see these changes. So these are from old in a standpoint experience. All right, so let's test one of the computer in here. This is my account. This is my um, user. It's called Elyas Tech. Let's see. I want to type 3 times wrong password. See what's gonna happen. So this is first and second and third, fourth. There you go. So this is how we can mitigate the I can say mitigate the attacks in our domain controller. So if Elyas, if I am the person who uh, who wrote my password wrong for 3 times, so of course my account should lock. And now what I'm going to do, I have to contact IT department in order to unlock. All right, so this is a long story short how you can unlock as well. It's very simple. Probably you know how to unlock it. These are very simple or piece of cake. Before I close the session, what I'm going to do is I have to come to um, server manager, tools, active directory user and computer. Once I get in here, what's Elyas Tech, come to account. Once I get here, accounts unlock, apply, okay. This is how we can resolve this one. All right, guys, I hope the information was very helpful. If you think it was very helpful, don't forget to subscribe. This is the only way that you can appreciate my work. Until next time, I say stay be brave, and of course, see you guys next time.